What's up, guys? Welcome to Here's Avenue. My name is Darren, and today we're going to be talking about Deathstroke because Joe Manganiello, he recently did some reshoots on the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and he also did an interview about his Deathstroke role in the DC universe. And so we're going to talk about all that, and he gave us some details as well about the Batman original script with Ben Affleck and how that was supposed to pan out. So let's go ahead and just watch this interview that ET Entertainment did with Joe Manganiello, and where he talks about coming back as Deathstroke in the Justice League reshoots. So let's go ahead and watch that first.
What can I tell you? Uh, I'm back, for starters. I think that cat's out of the bag. I'm back. I made some modifications to the character. I was able to put a little more of my stink on the character this time, or at least nudge the character in the direction that I wanted to go. There are Easter eggs, one in particular that I snuck in for hardcore fans with the pause button. So we'll see if anybody catches it. But I snuck some little tiny subtle thing in there that I wonder if people will get. No, it was great. It was great to be reunited with Zach, which, funny enough, we spent a good solid chunk of pandemic recording for the new Army of the Dead Las Vegas animated series, which is like mind-blowing fun, and I cannot wait to see. It is absolutely it's awesome.
Nice.
So I've actually seen a lot of Zack Snyder over break. Like I'm talking like it's like summer break here. No, over the pandemic, I saw a lot of Zach. So, but it was great to see him. It was great to put the armor back on, and it was great. Like I said, we made some modifications that I think people are going to be excited about.
Awesome. One, I love the fact that he's adding more to his character during the reshoots of Justice League. I love that. I love how he's trying to add some Easter eggs with the time he has with the reshoots. I love that as well. And I love how he's involved with Zack Snyder's projects. I mean, he's going to be involved with the, I guess, animated version of Army of the Dead. I think that's pretty tight. That's pretty cool. He said he had a lot of time during the break. This is not a break. A lot of people died during this pandemic, so I get where you're coming from. I'm sure he had not much work to do during this break, or I'm saying it too now, during this pandemic. So, anyways, I love what he said. I'm curious on what the Easter eggs are that he added into his role as Deathstroke. I'm curious if it's nods to Rose, his daughter, maybe it's a nod to his interaction with Robin, because we know that Robin previously died in the DCU, and possibly, they interacted somehow. They had a battle. So maybe he snuck that in there, and maybe Zack Snyder was okay with it. I would probably think if he did do that, and if it had any connection to Robin, I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder would be down for that, because I mean, this is his last movie, right? Apparently, this is his last Zack Snyder DC movie. So sneak anything in as much as he can. So let's go ahead and go into the I guess that he did like an interview with Yahoo News about the Batman script, and this is what the article said on Yahoo News. He said when talking about the Batman script with that was originally written by Ben Affleck, he said there were similarities to the game. Manganiello says, referring to the Fincher's 1997 cult favorite that starred Michael Douglas as a rich banker who loses everything overnight and then runs a dangerous gauntlet orchestrated by a shadowy organization. In the original pitch for The Batman, Deathstroke performed a similar demolition job on Bruce Wayne's life, systematically destroying his public status as Gotham City's leading citizen and his private existence as its crusader. It was a really dark story in which Deathstroke was like a shark in a horror movie villain that was dismantling Bruce's life from the inside out. It was a systemic thing. He killed everyone close to Bruce and destroyed his life to try and make him suffer because he felt that Bruce was responsible for something that happened to him. I freaking love this idea, this script. Oh my god, this pitch sounds incredible. Oh man, I would love to see this in play out in the movies. I would love to see Deathstroke just ruining Bruce Wayne's life underneath him. Man, that would have been dope. That would have been crazy. And again, we've heard rumors that possibly the Ben Affleck's Batman movie had connections to the Arkham City storyline. And so this doesn't sound much like that. I don't recall. I played the game, but I don't remember this is how the game played out. So this would have been awesome to see. I do see hints of the Robert Pattinson Batman storyline in here, where like how Bruce Wayne has no idea where these crimes that are being committed by the Riddler are coming from. Like it's happening under his nose. He has no idea, and the Riddler is a smart villain, and so he's able to outsmart Batman, and so Batman has to use his detective skills to find out. But this sounds very similar to that, but on a different scale. Instead of the Riddler, instead of the Deathstroke being the main villain, it's Riddler plus multiple other villains that are involved, as we know so far. So I definitely see some similarities with that, especially with the last line in the trailer of the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, where the Riddler says, or I guess Bruce Wayne says, "How am I a part of this?" And Riddler says, "You'll find out." Meaning, he has no idea. He's clueless, and I think Matt Reeves is smart to kind of use, I guess the idea or the approach that Ben Affleck was going for, with his version of Batman, with the earlier career Batman. So it makes sense. Even though I would love to see Ben Affleck go up against Deathstroke, I would rather see that storyline because we've never seen that before. Because we've seen them, Batman fight multiple villains before, right? So either way, I'm gonna be happy with what we get. So hopefully we get some version of Ben Affleck's movie in somewhere in the future. All right, so the last thing that Joe Manganiello talked about was the Deathstroke movie. So if you guys remember, after Justice League was announced, and I think as it was approaching to be released, we were all expecting Deathstroke to have like a role in the movie. Unfortunately, Joss Whedon cut his role in it, and so it played out so differently. So with that being said, they wanted a Deathstroke movie to come out if Justice League was successful, but it wasn't. And there was so much talk about Deathstroke movie, and Joe Manganiello was so excited about it, but it never happened. I guess talks and eventually fell out. But this is what Joe Manganiello said. He said, "I worked with an Oscar-nominated writer on that treatment, and it was one of those projects that got canceled during that period. There were maybe 7 different Deathstroke projects that all didn't happen over the course of 4 years. It's one of those funny things in Hollywood and in life where you just got to let it go. Hopefully this will reinvigorate interest from the fans as far as wanting to see this version of the character get told. We landed on an origin story that everyone I've ever pitched it to has gone crazy for. There's been so many versions of this character over the years, and I just wanted to put my own stink on him." Yeah, I love the fact that Joe is he really feels like this is his character, just like Margot Robbie feels like Harley Quinn's her character, and so hopefully we get to see that in the Zack Snyder cut, because I want to see more of Joe as Deathstroke. That would be so dope. And the fact that he pitched this and he had like an Oscar nominated person to write the movie, and the fact that there was talks about it over 4 years and it never happened, it just sounds a huge missed opportunity. I think regardless on where DC is with their movies, this movie could have been placed in the slate somewhere, and we would have gone and watched it, and it would have made so much money. And it's sad that we may not see this play out, but hopefully, if Deathstroke has a strong enough presence in Justice League, the Snyder Cut, and we talk about it and we ask for it, just like how we asked for the Snyder Cut, possibly this could come out in the near future. Hopefully Joe is not too old by then. Either way, I mean, Deathstroke is an old person, so I guess it works to his advantage. So I would love to see that. So a lot that Joe talked about with Deathstroke, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about this. Let me know. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again.